George, we're going
Welcome back.
to switch the setup so that you can have your buttons on a different screen.
Yeah,
So I can do the pressing.
Definitely.
And then you do the sound effects.
we've got to figure that one out at some point, mate.
Well,
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
do
Let's leave the technical things to one side at the moment while we're in the flow of this conversation. And that is, I believe that if someone is loyal, someone is respectable, that love can grow. Yeah. And actually miss somebody as well, regardless of how much your degree or your scale of love is.
That was my point about being day to day. Like, if it can grow, then you know it can grow.
Yeah, but if you're saying about, all right, that there might be a time where you are in love with that person more than they're in love with you, and vice versa. Because life ain't fucking smooth, is it?
That was my point.
But I think what Ollie said earlier on about settling, that is a key word.
Settling for just anything.
Don't they say there's always a reacher and always a settler in a relationship?
I don't know. That's new on me. I've never heard that. But
Ain't that
sounds
from
good.
Friends? Ain't that from Friends? I'm sure that was like a known paradigm. Or like, there's always a reacher and always a settler in a relationship.
So, you know what? People say about relationships are equal and it should be equal and this, that. But that's not how life works. You know, there are some that love more, that give more.
Yeah.
You know, that do more. You know, and they're quite happy to do that.
So that feeling is like, if you felt that on a one day, then fair enough. But if you felt it all the time, then
it's not. It's a case of like you have eyes and ears and feelings and emotions, and you know. Like you're giving something to someone, but you're not reciprocating the same kind of level of love. You know. And this is what I'm trying to say. And can it work? And I believe, yes. I think one could love more than the other in a relationship, and it works fine. I mean, look at those people that have been together for 1,000,000 years, you know, and they're all couples, and I mean, like, you know, they get on with life. Like the old school people, you know what I mean?
Some of them hate each other, though.
Of course, but they still live with each other because they believe in marriage. And this is where we have marriage. Well, marriage is coming up to non-existent, you know, because you believe that they don't take them vows seriously. To death do us part. And this is where the other point is like, who benefits from a marriage? And it's a woman. It's always a woman that will benefit from a marriage. A man don't get the house. A man don't get the car. A man don't get the kids. A man has to leave.
Well, he gets to do those things. I think as much as
the woman holds the power, and the woman benefits financially if they was to divorce and alimony.
If you're
you have to pay them forever.
No,
I mean, in America,
if you're a man, getting to do those
but
things
I'm saying,
are part of the instinct of a man to get to do those things. Not everybody gets to do those things. That's a privilege in itself.
And sorry, Ollie.
What you said there about the man doesn't get the house, he doesn't get the car.
No, you're not talking like that. You're talking about when it goes sour.
If
it goes fucked.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's what I'm saying. But the benefit,
how do you let that happen?
And divorce.
If you can't see far enough ahead for that.
Yeah, but you know what's
will only get a house when there's children.
Yeah,
and she's there looking after.
Yeah,
the
if it's just a man and a wife and
Splitting.
man and woman and they split and there's no kids involved, then it's pretty much half and half, right?
50-50.
Right, that's what it should be, yeah. But if there's kids involved, mate, if you're a geezer, you're screwed.
Yeah. So why should the man leave the house? Why don't the woman leave the house and the kids could stay there with him?
Right. So if you're a man who can prove you can care for them children, right, and you're not the breadwinner and all that business, because women want equal rights, right? So if you're earning less than she is, then she should fuck off. If you're the main breadwinner, right? If you want equal rights and you're the main breadwinner,
Depends what the situation is.
Yeah, but even if she's cheated, she will get to keep everything.
doesn't matter, mate, does it?
Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
no, she doesn't get to keep it for her. She's keeping it for the kid.
yeah, but why can't the man keep it for the kids and she's done the cheating?
It depends on what happens, right? It's nothing to do with whether she's cheated or not. It's to do with what's best for the children. It doesn't matter whether she's cheated or he's cheated.
And you think sometimes the mother is better for the children than the dad?
Not all times, but sometimes. But if that's been that way round before they split, and they've been looking after that
It's
them
funny,
children,
it occurred to me that...
and then they split, then to keep the children stable and how they've been
the woman
taken care of.
is dependent on the man to provide for her.
Not always.
No, but in that scenario,
If she's at home looking after the kids.
so it's like the man is providing for the children through proxy as the woman, but then you could just take away the woman, then there's no proxy, and then the man is
then
still
he
providing.
wouldn't be able to earn that money to provide for them because he would be at home looking
Into
after
the mic, guys.
children.
Into the mic, please.
Yeah.
The reason he can earn that money
Yeah,
is
I was
because
just seeing
he's
the
looking
lines,
after his
yeah.
children for him.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, true.
You know, so that's where that video that we heard many weeks ago, wherever it was, that 1965, about the government dissipating marriage and making marriage a mockery. Don't get married and make these vows till death do us part if you don't mean it. And if the government is there to help you, not to fucking mean it, you know. And this is my thing, because I'd marry.
I think people mean it at the time.
Yeah, but then why is it so easy to get out of it?
I don't know. Is it that easy?
So yes,
I didn't think it cost me a fortune.
No, it's
I
changed
lost my
nowadays.
house.
It's changed. It's
Lisa
changed.
lost
It's
her
changed
house.
nowadays.
I lost my whole house.
You got that no blame fault divorce.
No blame fault.
Yeah, like it's not his fault. It's not her fault. They're just going to split because they're
Mine
not
took a long time. Mine took a hell of a long time.
Mine didn't take a long
That
time.
easy,
It was just more financial. He didn't want to pay for any of it because it was my decision. So I paid for the divorce. It went through pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But like I said, we lost the house because as soon as I said I was divorcing, he stopped paying mortgage payments. And I knew that I was in a job that I couldn't keep the mortgage going.
Yeah.
So I had to lose the house. And I
Yeah.
knew that I had to find a roof for my kids.
Yes.
And the only way I'd done that was from private renting. So I had to do it all on my back. And for the first 3 years,
So then she didn't.
I didn't get a penny from him. And then I got £60 a week. £60 a week. That's
You see,
what I got.
this is the different laws of the lands, I suppose. You know, and depends on what kind of lawyer or solicitor you got and who you can afford.
I didn't
you
have
know?
no lawyers, no solicitors. I just done it all on a online. The whole lot, the whole divorce, the whole thing. I had to just have. You know what I mean?
You've got a solicitor now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They would
But I
probably
didn't
be
want to
an-
get nasty. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to sit down and do all the thing. It was just basic. That's how it is. You know, because we split amicably,
Yeah.
and I didn't want it to be fierce
yeah.
for the boys. You know, it just all fell on my shoulders. He went off and done his thing, and it just fell on my shoulders. The whole responsibility of shit. I'm going to lose this house in the next. It got repossessed. I've got to look for somewhere.
See,
Financially, I done the whole lot.
That's wrong because for me, he should have ensured that his children are being kept well. You know,
That was
under
the
a
thing
roof.
that blew me away the most about him, really, because he did love his boys, and I knew he loved his boys. How he just walked away and just let me
Deal with
he
it.
just had confidence in me that I'd be able to deal with it. I remember him saying the same sort of thing you're saying, like, "Oh, you're a woman, you'll get help." You know, that was basically it. You know, and off I went.
No, the first thing would have been on my mind is my children. That would have been make sure they got a roof over their head and so on. And I'll tell you what, we'll carry on paying the mortgage, keep the house until we can sell it, split the money. You can have a small, take that money, put a deposit down on the house, and I'll put down a deposit on whatever I've got to do, you know, and move on from there. But when them guys who like have got children and they just walk away from the kids and don't care where they end up, I have an issue with that. You know, I have an issue with that. Listen, let's move this on to something a little bit more lighter. I didn't fart. It's just the leather on the chairs. Do you know why we have 4 poster beds? I saw this fact the other day. I was like,
No.
That's why we have 4-poster beds. Anyone got a clue? Ollie,
Something
let's
at
just
a
sit
time,
in on
so.
that chair.
I
Don't
always
talk to
thought
me.
it's to
Sorry?
tie
Something at a time, so.
tie your hands and wrists to.
No. It's not anything to do with kinks. It goes back into the old days when they used to have floorboards, right, above them, and all the dust and like rats and whatever, bugs, whatever. There wasn't like plasterboards.
Oh, that's why the canopy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So to stop dust and crap falling
Yeah.
down on you, they will
Yeah.
put like a sheet over the top of the bed.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that was it. It was just a little tidbit that I
Yeah.
thought I should let you guys know.
Yeah.
And we like to educate the people online. And I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I was like, right, because they didn't have this, and they just had floorboards with cracks.
Yeah.
You know, they want, but so you're getting all this dust and bugs and all that, and the other falling down on you, so that you're protected via that. Now, the other thing is I wanted to get onto was how the fuck did Richie Sunak get back into power? Can anybody please educate
Shall I
me
tell
on
you
this?
why?
Yeah, somebody, anybody.
Because he has a lot of people. How do I word this without sounding like a fucking fuck it? We are the minority now, mate.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
The Englishman is the minority now in London. And there was a thing. Did I send you that? I did, didn't I? It's a woman in
there's X
Brussels.
amount of
No,
yes,
not Brussels.
yes,
in Denmark.
Yes, you're saying like basically these European countries are like 56% or 50 over 50% foreign or Muslims.
Migrants or Muslims or whatever
Yeah.
they are from wherever they come in. Yeah. And that's why. And do you know what pisses me off about that London vote, right? Is that we are just outside the voting thing, right?
Yeah.
And it affects us
Yeah,
in a big way because it affects businesses. You know, even what you drive, stupid car you drive, stupid car. Well, you know, you might have a lovely motor, right? That's got 30 years in it. 30 years to run that car without buying another car. You can't drive it no more.
yeah.
Right, because we're not in London, we're just outside. Do you know what I mean?
Which
we
is
don't get a
bollocks.
vote.
The surrounding counties around London, you know, Essex, Hertfordshire, boroughs. The surrounding boroughs around London should have the fucking right to vote.
Of course they should.
Because it's a knock-on effect. Do you know what I'm saying? And these are the people that have to go into work daily into London.
Yep.
So why didn't we get a vote on the London mayor? No one gives a shit about mayors outside here because they're not affecting any other borough. They're not affecting any other county or, you know what I mean? But what London is doing is affecting everybody around them. That is not right.
You're talking about Sadiq Khan, not Richie Sunak. Yeah.
Sorry, I said Sunak.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgive me, guys. Sadiq Khan. Yeah,
Sadiq what?
Khan.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Yeah, that
one of them and all.
That should have, yeah, one of them as well. So how the hell he got back into power with all this ULEZ, congestion charge, 15-minute cities, which
He loves that shit, doesn't he?
Yeah, mate, he's gone over to talk with the Pope.
Yeah, but I bet he's fucking flown over there, hasn't
Yeah, he did fly over there. He apparently does about 430,000 miles a year, and he's talking about fucking clean air on his plane.
I bet he's one of them fuckers spraying that shit in the sky and always flying over.
Mate, he's the devil in disguise.
Yeah, he's flying over and they're giving it, have some of that.
No, he's the devil in disguise. Dudes, grinds my gears.
Him.
He grinds my gears, and I know he grinds everyone else's gears around here. But that saying, the more you buy, the more you save. I don't get it. It's like the more you buy, the more you spend. You know, in them shops.
Not necessarily, mate.
No? Well, bring it back after this word from our sponsors that don't exist. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.